And I'm going to close with a piece I wrote 30 years ago when I was working at an arts camp for pre-teenagers. And it was a performance piece, and it involves audience participation. So I hope you've got your evil laugh ready. And I hope you can do sound effects, because there are two choruses. One's an evil laugh, but everybody has their own variant. And one is sound effects, which I will call for and expect you to join in with. It's called Johnny and Susie's Halloween. It's 11:30, October 31. The night is as dark as a black cat in chocolate sauce. And the wind is moaning like a kettle on a hot plate. And the grown-ups are away at a Halloween dance. No one is at home but John and little Suzy. John and little Suzy. Johnny, Suzy. All of a sudden, a dog begins to squeal away in the distance like a bad set of brakes. Then two more are howling a whole lot closer, like the devil's own stepkids tossed out of hell. Then 4, 6, a chorus of canine cacophonies until the walls are quaking and the windows are shaking with the howling of the dogs. Moan, wind, moan! Ooh. Howl, dogs, howl! Thunder, clap, clap! Cackle, witch, cackle! Scream, kids, scream! Tonight is Halloween! Hallow what? Hallow Halloween! Now high over the house comes the boom of thunder, breaking like a slag pit under mountains of scrapped cars, till the skies a roar of voices on the rooftops, in the gutters, and they're hollering, blubbering at the windows, crying, "Please let me in!" And it's way past their bedtime, but John and little Suzy are huddled by the TV, and they've turned down the sound, and they're trembling like a dishwasher. And they're quiet as two houseplants because somebody is knocking at their own front door. Someone is knocking at their door. Moan, wind, moan! Ooh. Howl, dogs, howl! Cackle, witch, cackle! Scream, kids, scream! Tonight is Halloween! Hallow what? Hallow who? Halloween! Now, all around the world, there are witches walking, disguised as little children, going door to door for treats, and they'll count up your candy, and if you give them craisins, or an apple and a toothbrush, or ask them for a trick, they'll swell up big as Disney World, and they'll chug down your TV. Oh, they'll put down your TV. Now it's 1:30 spooky, and it's raining bats and bullfrogs, and someone is knocking at their door. Someone is knocking at their door. Johnny! Suzy! Someone is knocking at your door! Peek through the window, and what do you see? It's a 4-foot fatty in a Mickey Mouse mask, and she sees you stir the curtains, and she crooks her little fingers. Come here, my pretties, come let me in. Come here, my pretties, let me in. So Johnny looks at Suzy, and Suzy gulps and swallows, and they sift through the candy they've been hoarding since dawn. But there's not much left now. Just 1,000 chocolate wrappers and 20 mucky fingers and a pair of stomach aches. And the door grins open, and it's full of rain and midnight, and a witch is leering, shaking water from her broom, with a Mickey Mouse melting into puddles round her shoes. Moan, wind, moan. Howl, dogs, howl. Thunder, clap, clap. Cackle, witch, cackle. Scream, kids, scream! Tonight is Halloween! Hallow what? Hallow who? Halloween! So it's trick or treat for Suzy, and it's trick or treat for Johnny, as the witch asks, what's for supper? And you are, scream the kids, as they kill her with karate, because she's old and fat and queasy from eating too much candy and chugging down TVs. And chugging down TVs. So they sit and watch the Late Show, and they're eating witch and popcorn, and the butter stains their night clothes, and there's witch bits in the rug. The moral of this story is as clear as big store windows. Don't ever eat the TV. Or at least not more than 2. You'll be too fat for karate and develop indigestion. Too many TV dinners are harmful to your health. Too many TV dinners are harmful to your health. Moan, wind, moan.